Black horse. to go back and Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summer 2015 Texas Tech University Commencement Exercises. Please join me in thanking the Texas Tech Commencement Band and conductor Sarah McCoyne, Director of Bands, for their participation in this morning's ceremonies. The Texas Tech Commencement Band is provided for today's exercises through the auspices of the President of Texas Tech University. Now entering the United Supermarkets Arena, the Mace of Texas Tech, the symbol of the university. The mace bearer is Dr. Bill Gelber, Associate Professor of Theater and Dance, College of Visual and Performing Arts. Following the mace is the faculty banner. The banner bearer is Dr. Timothy Dallas, Professor of Electrical Engineering, Edward E. Whitaker Jr. College of Engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty of Texas Tech University, led by University Marshals Laura Heinz and Dr. Ann Prouty. Now entering the United Supermarkets Arena, the stage party, led by University Marshals Shelley Barba, Chair of the Convocations Committee, and Barrett McCool, Chair-elect of the Convocations Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated and welcome the summer 2015 graduating class of Texas Tech University, led by University Marshals Carrie Simi, Dr. Courtney Myers, Heidi Winkler, and Lynn Whitfield. The University Library's banner bearer is Melanie Clark. Entering the United Supermarkets arena, degree candidates from the Jerry S. Rawls College of Business. The banner bearer is Cedric E. Kudwar. Degree candidates from the Edward E. Whitaker Jr. College of Engineering. The banner bearer is Yui Nguyen. Degree candidates from the College of Human Sciences. The banner bearer is Elaine Morton. Entering the United Supermarkets arena, degree candidates from the Graduate School. The banner bearer is Lauren Thompson Kelly. Degree candidates from the Honors College. The banner bearer is Taylor Mae Dawson. Entering the United Supermarkets arena, degree candidates from university programs. The banner bearer is Eric Carl Lantz. Also entering the United Supermarkets arena, degree candidates from the College of Visual and Performing Arts. The banner bearer is Mark Austin Belding.
Please rise and join us in the singing of our national anthem, played by the Commencement Orchestra, conducted by Miss Sarah McCoyne, and sung by Mr. Jody Kesey, who's receiving a Master of Music Education degree. Our national anthem. Please be seated. I'm Dwayne Nellis, President of Texas Tech University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this, the August 2015 commencement of the Colleges of Business Administration, Engineering, our graduate school, Human Sciences, University Programs, Wind Energy, and Visual and Performing Arts. I would like to introduce the members of our platform party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First of all, Mr. Tim Lancaster, member of our Texas Tech University Systems Board of Regents. Mr. Mark Griffin, President and General Counsel of the Griffin Companies and former Texas Tech Board of Regents, and our commencement speaker. Chancellor of the Texas Tech University System, Chancellor Robert Duncan. Dr. Lawrence Skuvenek, Provost and Senior Vice President. Dr. Michael Farmer, Faculty Senate President. Mr. Ben Monticello, Staff Senate President. Mr. Holton Westbrook, President of the Student Government Association. Ms. Gloria Park, President of the Graduate Student Advisory Council. Dr. Robert Baker, Horn Professor Representative. Dr. Bill Passwork, Teaching Academy Representative. Dr. Mark Sheridan, Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Patrick Hughes, Associate Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education Affairs. Professor Andrew Martin, Interim Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts. Dr. Lance Nail, Dean of the Rawls College of Business. Dr. Al Sacco Jr., Dean of the Edward E. Whitaker Jr. College of Engineering. Dr. Linda C. Hoover, Dean of the College of Human Sciences. Dr. Bella Carr Gerlich, Dean of Libraries. Dr. Michael San Francisco, Dean of the Honors College. Dr. Robert Duncan, Senior Vice President for Research. Mr. Ronnie Hammonds, member of our Texas Tech University Board of Regents. Mr. Christopher M. Huckabee, member of our Texas Tech University System Board of Regents. And Miss Victoria Messer, also a member of our Texas Tech University System Board of Regents. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tim Lancaster, member of the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents, who will give the welcome on behalf of our board. Let's welcome Regent Lancaster.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Texas Tech University and United Supermarkets Spirit Arena. Today I bring you greetings from the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents. I welcome each of you to our beautiful campus and congratulate the parents, the other family members and friends who join us today. I have been here as a Texas Tech graduate, and I've been here as a parent of 2 Texas Tech graduates. And honestly, I was more pleased to be here as a parent for this day than I was as a student. So parents, family, and friends, let's give them a warm congratulations. Well, this is a time of celebration, certainly for you as students and for families, but also for every group that is represented on this stage, including the faculty who have invested themselves in each of every one of you as graduates. On behalf of the entire Board of Regents, I congratulate you today as you receive your diplomas. The fact that you're even here today is a sign of your commitment and your dedication. You earned this degree through hard work and determination. But it's also a bittersweet memory for each of you. While you are eager to enter the next phase of your life, I'm sure that many of you are already thinking about the wonderful memories that you created as a student at Texas Tech. Some of those memories you'll even want to share with your family, but not all. Some of those memories are best kept right here in Lubbock and among your closest friends. But you've made a lot of memories here through friends, favorite restaurants, weekly activities, other things that you enjoyed. Maybe you participated in social or spirit organizations. Maybe you played sports or you marched in the band. And then there are those classes that really made your college experience come alive. And then there are those classes that you thought would never end. But that is life. And life goes on, but you're going to miss it all. The longer you're away from Texas Tech, the more you're going to realize it's those little things that make being a Red Raider special. You come to realize how special the traditions are that hold Red Raiders together and make us, in many respects, a family. Someday you're going to be in a faraway city and you're going to notice a guy wearing a double T on his hat, and you'll immediately begin to strike up a conversation with that person because you have a mutual bond with a complete stranger. Or you're driving and you notice the double T on the bumper and you wonder if it's someone you know. Or you hear about something exciting that's happening at Tech, whether in sports or some kind of academic achievement, and you immediately remember those fond memories that you have of the time that you spent at Texas Tech. And you carry that Texas Tech pride deep inside you, even when you're not wearing the red and black. So today, you become another part of the tradition of Texas Tech, a tradition of graduates who have left Texas Tech to become leaders in their families, in their communities, in their businesses. Maybe you're going to go on to become rich and famous. Maybe you'll lead corporations, states, or even nations. So that regardless of the path that you take, always remember where you received your education. And remember, it's always good to give back to your alma mater, whether that's financially or otherwise. So today, I wish you much success on this next phase of your journey. Please keep in touch. You're always welcome here, and always remember, go Texas Tech.
Thank you, Regent Lancaster. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Robert Duncan, Chancellor of the Texas Tech University System, who will address the graduates, faculty, and members of the audience. Let's welcome Chancellor Duncan.
Congratulations on your achievement. You've made it. Savor the moment. Your alma mater, Texas Tech University, is the flagship of a major university system, which includes 2 outstanding comprehensive health-related institutions, a great regional comprehensive institution in Angelos State. We've come a long way since 1971 when I entered Texas Tech University. You'll realize how great this system is and how great your alma mater is when you're driving down the road and you see that double T on the back of a car, and you hopefully don't do like I did and speed up to catch that person to give them a guns up and have an unscheduled appointment with a DPS officer. But it's really great. You'll see if, as you go throughout your life, whether it's in the halls of corporate America, whether it's in the halls of the Capitol, of the U.S. Capitol, the Texas Capitol, on the entertainment stage, or in the healthcare arena, you will see the Texas Tech banner far and wide. As you've traveled through here, through your time at Texas Tech, you've been inspired by our talented faculty. You've made lifelong connections and are equipped to take on the world. As you know, at Texas Tech, we believe from here it's possible. Here is an important piece of information, and I think something, hopefully a memory that you'll have that helps you understand why from here it's possible. As you look around our campus, I hope you notice the Rawls College of Business, the Whitaker College of Engineer, the John Walker Soccer Complex, the Mark and Becky Lanier Professional Development Center, and the Bob Hurd Department of Petroleum Engineers. These are just a few examples of our talented alumni giving back to the school where they learned from here it is possible. Their stories reflect the impact of higher education and Texas Tech University and our faculty. It's not just about getting a job, it's about inspiring and preparing people for life and success. We are confident that Texas Tech has inspired and prepared you for the successes that each of you will enjoy as you begin your own unique and remarkable journey. You are now a member of the Texas Tech alumni family. It's your legacy, a shared heritage of greatness. We hope you'll come back often. We're glad that you chose Texas Tech University. We can't wait to see the great things that each and every one of you will do with your careers. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Duncan. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the August 2015 commencement speaker. Today's speaker has been a wonderful ambassador and ardent supporter of Texas Tech University for many years. A 1979 graduate of the Texas Tech School of Law, Mark Griffin is the president and general counsel for Griffin Companies, which includes Rip Griffin Truck Service Center and Pro Petroleum, Inc. He is also a former member of the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents. Mr. Griffin's background in giving to the community exemplifies the outreach in which we encourage our students to engage during school and following graduation. He's a Lubbock native and a graduate of Monterey High School, and his service to his hometown is extensive. Mr. Griffin has served on many boards, including Covenant Health System, the Texas Guaranteed Student Loan Corporation, and the Lubbock Independent School District Foundation. He is also a former director for Plains Capital Bank. Mr. Griffin began his career in law at Hance, Thompson, Thomas, and Sawyer before joining the Griffin Companies in 1981. He also taught business law at Lubbock Christian University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our August 2015 commencement speaker, Mr. Mark Griffin.
Chancellor Duncan, President Nellis, Provost Chauvinik, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished faculty and staff, proud and relieved parents, calm and serene grandparents, distracted but secretly pleased siblings. Ladies and gentlemen, 2015 graduates, good morning, and thank you for this great honor. I'm humbled that I have been asked to share a few words with you today, and my hope is that maybe there's a word of encouragement or inspiration for you today. It's a special day. 39 years ago, I sat in your seat, and I was trying to remember how you must feel today. The enthusiasm, the eagerness, the excitement. If only the speaker would hurry up. Tempered by a little nostalgia for the friends and the routines you will leave behind you here at this great university. When I was preparing my remarks, I asked a friend of mine who is rather blunt if he had any suggestions for me today as to what I could impart to you. And he said, "Whatever you do, Mark, don't tell them the future lies in front of you. That's the worst." I thought about this for a long time, and now I'm convinced he was right. Your future lies behind you, in your past, personal and collective. Since graduating from law school here at Tech in 1979, I've learned many things. But the past is our greatest teacher, maybe the greatest lesson I've learned. The question to be asked at the end of an educational step, James Monroe said, is not what has the student learned, but what has the student become? Against this backdrop, let me have kind of a conversation of observations with you today and an ending encouragement as you consider your past. And as you leave here and gaze upon your North Star for encouragement and for direction and for wisdom and leadership examples, I hope you'll consider some of these suggestions today. But first, before you go out into the world, this great landscape of the sacred and the profane, I want you to do one thing for me. Take some time between now and Labor Day to explain to your family, and especially your parents, what's happened to you and within you over the past 4 years. They need you to do that for them because, with the exception of these graduate candidates, you guys were just, in their minds, 18-year-olds going off to college. They know at least vaguely that you've been very busy and there's been a lot going on and happening in your world, but they don't know the details and they don't know what the past 4 years have meant to you. You heard the encouragement from Regent Lancaster regarding the stories. I appreciate that. Tell them about how the good in you has gotten better and how the not so good in you has gotten better too. Show them, in other words, that you are adult enough to appreciate a good thing, that you are grateful for not just for the education, but for the freedom that you've been allowed. Tell them and sit down with them and tell the story semester by semester of the education you received here, both in and out of the classroom. Now, let me have a caveat here. As Regent Lancaster said, not every story probably needs to be told, okay? Face it, today you're graduates. What are they going to do, cut you off? They long to hear the stories. They want to revel in your experience. Take a moment and share it with them. Tell them why you think some dead poets should stay dead, and then read aloud to them the poems that you will carry with you forever and that you hope stay and remain in our culture. Tell them you've learned how to be a learner, you've learned how to be a friend, and that you've learned how to appreciate the beauty that each day brings to consider three bold things. Three things that outside of this campus may sound not only radical, but insane. Closed-mindedness, judgmentalism, and intolerance. Closed-mindedness. Because that great writer G.K. Chesterton said that the human mind is like the human mouth. Both are meant to close down on something solid. Let me encourage you to consider whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute. If there is any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think on these things. And yes, even be a little close-minded about them. Judgmentalism, because we have to know the difference between good and evil, the beautiful and the ugly. We owe it to ourselves and the people around us and the communities we live in. Yes, prejudice is absolutely wrong, but a well-honed and hard-won habit of good judgment is a hallmark of moral and intellectual maturity. Seek good judgment. And finally, intolerance. Refuse to tolerate anything that weakens or cheapens our culture or causes you to compromise your principles. Now, this does not mean a refusal to listen. This does not mean you're always right. But it's an affirmation that there is truth out there and it's within your grasp. With a little humility and confidence and a rootedness in things eternal and historic and cultural, and with friends and teachers along the way, you can keep building a culture that seeks more for itself than just the latest reality TV show or Twitter revelation. Perhaps you've heard our culture referred to as a culture of adolescence. You can lead us into something else, graduates. You can actually be discerning adults. You see, wisdom is not a college degree. It's having an idea of what to do with what we've been given every morning and every evening and all times in between. So some suggestions today. First of all, build your life on a foundation. Decide what is true and lasting and important to you, and use that to ground your decisions. St. Augustine used a beautiful phrase, ordo amorum, the order of the loves. The most important thing you will do in life is choose your loves and order them carefully. We frequently act and work like fame and power and money and the stuff we collect are our true loves. Yet really what matters most are faith and the people we love. You see, most of our internal chaos is rooted in disordered loves. There's an old story that predates barcodes and SKUs. I'm dating myself a little bit here, okay? Some thieves broke into a department store one evening. And rather than stealing anything, they went through the store changing all the price tags. Sofas, TVs, computers were now priced at 99 cents. Bolts and screws were priced at $999.99. Well, you can imagine when the store opened, the chaos that ensued. Something like that has happened to our culture. We have assigned the wrong value to things. You're going to see this. As you step out of this campus and into the real world, you're going to see that people will place more value on money than family. You're going to experience individuals who are willing to sacrifice family on the altar of career advancement and financial reward. And here's the hitch. When we have disordered loves, we cannot have serenity. When we overvalue unimportant things and we undervalue important things, peace goes out the window. The way to rediscover peace is to reorder our loves, I believe, giving priority to internally important affections like family, friends, and faith. You see, when we reverse those price tags, serenity returns. Let me encourage you to spend more time listening. I'm a lawyer. The reason, and I have to tell you this, the reason that I got into business, my first client got life, and that was the high point of my legal career. And I thought, maybe I need to make a change here. But lawyers have a saying about conferences between legal opponents, and it's this: the side doing the talking is losing. For the longest time, I thought the test of my true value was what I had to say. I was a long time learning that there's value and transmitted respect in fully and completely listening to others without half my mind figuring out what I'm going to say next. The ability to be a good listener is one of the most underappreciated talents a person or a country can have. It's just not what you hear by listening that is important. It's what you say by listening that's important. Never, never underestimate how much people just want to feel that they've been heard. And once you've given them that chance, guess what? They'll hear you. Unless this sounds like a tactic or strategic type message, let me say that it's not just other people to whom you need to listen to more attentively. Try it on yourself. Pay attention not to just your voice, but your unvoiced sensations, your pleasure, your anger, your unease, your unspoken but genuine sense of things. I've learned that if I didn't honestly attend to my own state of mind, I couldn't pay honest attention to others. So spend more time listening to yourself as well as others. Now, a story to illustrate my next point. In 1859, there was a gentleman who went by the name of the Great Blondine. He invented the High Wire Act. And one day he announced to the world that he was going to cross the Niagara Falls on a high wire. 5,000 people on that day gathered to watch, including the Prince of Wales. Halfway across, Blondine suddenly stopped. He steadied himself, backflipped into the air, and landed safely and squarely on the rope. Then continued safely onto the other side. During that year, Blondine crossed the falls again and again on a bicycle, carrying a stove, in chains, blindfolded. And just as he was about to begin another crossing, pushing a wheelbarrow across the rope, he stopped and paused and asked the audience, "Anybody here believe that I can do that? Push this wheelbarrow across the wire to the other side." Every hand in the crowd went up. He looked at one gentleman in the audience and said, "Do you really believe I can do it?" And the gentleman said, "Absolutely." He said, "Are you sure I can do it?" He said, "Without a doubt." And Blondine responded, "Thank you, sir. Now please get in the wheelbarrow." Now, you've received a first-class education from a first-class university. And today you know a lot of things. And just like that man in the wheelbarrow, you know a lot of things. But sometimes you're going to find that your knowledge is not nearly as important as how terrifying and scary the situation is that you've been presented. And when that happens to you, you're going to have to decide whether or not you're going to get in the wheelbarrow. And to further complicate the inner debate, I can assure you, you're going to hear two voices whenever you're encountering that situation. You're going to hear the voice of fear, and you're going to hear the voice of faith. And to the extent that you listen to one, the other grows silent. I don't know what your wheelbarrows of life are going to be, but I do know the voice of faith, not fear, will guide you safely and provide you the greatest opportunity for joy and contentment. Let me encourage you to keep a journal. Now, for a lot of people, that's more difficult than learning how to tap dance. Knowing you're going to write something every day sharpens your attention to everything that happens. With a journal, you have the companion you're going to point things out to, so you stockpile impressions and passing thoughts. Begin with modest expectations. Limit the time you spend with it, but do it every day. There are times when you're going to do well and times you're going to fail at it. But the true measure of success is not whether you failed or you've done well. The measure of success is what you think about what you've done. Let me put it another way. The way to be happy is to like yourself, and the way to like yourself is to do only those things that make you proud. That's the real reason not to lie or to cheat or to turn away in fear. You know, there's that old joke. It's not very funny, but it's true. That goes like this: no matter where you go, there you are. That's true. The person you're with the most in life is yourself. And if you don't like yourself, you're always with somebody you don't like. Now, there are many around you today who have great hopes for your future. And here are mine for you. First, there's going to come a time in your life when, in order to succeed, you're going to have to trust. When you'll have to make a big leap of faith. And when that time comes, I hope you'll swallow your fear, follow your faith, and get in the wheelbarrow. Second, whatever strong belief you now hold as how you will define success, I hope you will stay open to the possibility that you've got it all wrong. And graciously accept your new awareness when it comes with gratitude and humility. And thirdly, I hope you will only do things that make you proud so that you can truly be your own hero. See, that's important. We choose models that match the challenges we face. Everyone does it. But you need to understand that your sense of self is going to change. You're going to have new challenges. And you will choose new models, new heroes, and model the excellence that's within them. But you need to understand that the model or the hero that was perfect at one time can turn imperfect as our lives and our needs change. The model who taught us courage may be very ill-suited to teach us patience. So we must not be inflexible in holding to our models. We cannot and should not make them into idols, and when times change, we have to let go of our models with gratitude. The most important thing to let go of, the thing many of us struggle to let go of, is our idea that our heroes are flawless. Put that idea away, if only because such a view of heroes begins to limit the view we have of ourselves. If we believe our heroes are flawless, we begin to believe that we being flawed or incapable of heroism. Believing in the perfection of heroes can hamper us in another way. When we finally find out our heroes are not perfect, but they're human, we can be tempted to dismiss all that is heroic about them. If no one is heroic, why should I try? Graduates, flawed heroes are still heroic. Even Achilles had his Achilles heel. So your hero is flawed. So are you. Congratulations. You have that in common. Now make yourself similar in another way. Be a hero to someone just like they were to you. Be heroic. So what do we make of all this? As you pursue your goals in life, that is to say your future, let me encourage you to pursue and appreciate your past. Let it be your guide. Insist on having a past, and you'll have a future. Don't descend too deeply into specialization in your work. Educate all your parts. You'll be healthier and happier. And replace cynicism with that old-fashioned antidote, skepticism. Insist on heroes and be one. Let me encourage you to read. The book is still the greatest man-made machine of all. Not the car, not the TV, not the computer. Write letters, keep journals. Because, hey, besides children, there's no surer way of achieving immortality. Serve your country and your fellow man. Insist that we fight the right wars. And convince your government that the real threat comes from within this favored land. Governments forget that. Don't let your government outsource honesty, transparency, or candor. Do not let your government outsource democracy. Steel yourselves, graduates. Your generation will have to repair the damage, and it won't be easy. And from my early days in Little League all the way up to today, a piece of advice from my father. Swing hard. Don't let fear of failure cause you to hold anything back. Don't be afraid to try something new. As the great writer James Baldwin said, your crown has been bought and paid for. All you have to do is put it on your head. And let me add to that, please. That crown says Texas Tech on it. But you know what else it says? I don't have to take a back seat to anybody. God bless you. Congratulations, graduates of 2015.
Thank you so much, Mr. Griffin, for that excellent address. Let's give him another round of applause as I present this gift to him.
We will now proceed with the conferring of the degrees. All candidates, please rise. Degrees are awarded to those who have successfully completed all requirements established by the university and the faculty of their colleges and departments. President Nellis, the candidates are recommended to you for conferring of the respective degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree for which the provost has recommended you. You may now turn your tassels to the left. Also at this time, those who have the official Texas Tech Alumni Association class ring may turn their rings outward. Each graduate will receive a complimentary one-year membership to the Texas Tech University Alumni Association. This gift is possible by the Office of the President of Texas Tech University in an effort to keep each of you connected to our university. Again, congratulations. And please be seated.
We will now proceed with the recognition of individual graduates. We ask that you please hold your applause until all graduates have been recognized.
We will now recognize those graduates who are receiving graduate degrees. We will begin by recognizing those graduates who have achieved the highest academic degree, the doctoral degree. These graduates have spent years studying, researching, and writing to get to this point. And in that time, they've formed close relationships with their academic departments and the professors in those departments. Today, by tradition, the graduates will be vested with the doctoral hood, which will be presented by the student's major advisor. This hooding ceremony is an honor to both parties, which represents the culmination of the student's studies here at Texas Tech.
The banner bearer for the graduate school is Dr. Lauren Thompson Kelly, who is receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Human Development and Family Studies. She is being hooded by Professor Miriam Mulso. Receiving the Doctorate of Philosophy with a major in Chemical Engineering is Dr. Famida Iran, hooded by Professor Micah Green. Dr. Win Ken Tao, hooded by Professor Havinder Singh Gill. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Computer Science, Dr. Yen Liu, hooded by Professor Alan Sill. Dr. Muhammad Farouz, hooded by Professor Mohammed Saeed. Dr. Saad Haider, hooded by Professor Wanadeep Pal. Dr. Gu Chao Wan, hooded by Professor Ranadeep Paul. Receiving the Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Industrial Engineering is Dr. John Shanalagada Timoti, hooded by Professor Ranadeep Paul. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Mechanical Engineering is Dr. Saranga Daramaratan, hooded by Professor Luciano Castillo. Dr. Shihan Habadantri, hooded by Professor Attila Artis. Dr. Narindan Sridhar, hooded by Professor Siva Paramaswaran. Dr. Zhenlin Zheng, hooded by Professor King Hui. Dr. Haitham Holtman, hooded by Professor Mohammed Soliman. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Hospitality Administration, Dr. Sihua An, hooded by Professor Berent McCool. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Interior Environmental Design, Dr. Hitam El Hamale, hooded by Professor Dabajuti Pati. Dr. Dina Catherine Henshin, hooded by Professor Christy Gaines. Dr. Fatma Jobran, hooded by Professor Christy Gaines. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Nutritional Sciences, Dr. Monique Lemieux, hooded by Professor Nirma Mustad Musa. Dr. Jada Stevenson, hooded by Professor Joaquin Gonzalez. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Personal Financial Planning, Dr. Laura Ricaldi, hooded by Dr. Sandra Houston. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Musical Arts with a major in Music is Dr. Eric Posada, hooded by Dr. Stacy Jacoy. Dr. Stephanie Pishibilska, hooded by Professor Richard Meek. Dr. Tyler Reed, hooded by Professor Will Strider. Dr. Anna Roach, hooded by Professor David Shea. Dr. Ji Zhang, hooded by Professor Xu Wang. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Fine Arts, Dr. Jing Liu, hooded by Professor Janice Killian. Dr. Kelly Poche Rodriguez, hooded by Professor Carolyn Cruz. Dr. Brian Wheeler, hooded by Professor Carolyn Tate. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Business Administration, Dr. Dalal Ahmad, hooded by Professor Mayok Das. Dr. Penyarat Siromun Bunsuk, hooded by Professor James Burns. Dr. Travis Roach, hooded by Professor Kaj Giddings. Receiving the degree of Master of Engineering, Jared King. Receiving the degree of Master of Environmental Engineering, Megan Mullen. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Computer Science, Mamadul Hassan. Rashmita Ramasahayam. Nagendra Varma Tatakosa. Samir Blanchet. Krishya Dungana. Receiving the degree of Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Saisuras Balabhadran Patruna. Sai Krishna Kartikeya Chala. Eric Cardero. Kylie Eldridge Looker. Murari Garapali. Jared Johnson. Evan Rocha. Receiving the degree of Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Ali Gorsoy. Sagnik Singao. Godlove Wanki. Receiving the degree of Master of Science in Petroleum Engineering, Murunali Patil. Abdunasar Omar Susi. Alex Jao. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Human Development and Family Studies, Brittany Self. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Marriage and Family Therapy, Raquel Cruz. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Personal Financial Planning, Shayna Hill. Receiving the degree of Master of Art Education, Annika Blanco. Sarah Hartman. Anna Harvey. Richard Kinchelo. Jermaine Quintanilla. Elizabeth Reyes. Receiving the degree of Master of Fine Arts with a major in Theater Arts, Jamie Rogers. Receiving the degree of Master of Music, Catherine K. Mann. Receiving the degree of Master of Music Education, William Balch. Eva Chambers. Nicholas Flood. Jody Cassie. Amy Moss. Receiving the degree of Master of Business Administration with a major in General Business, Mujrook Ali. Braxton Chandler Bernard. Keith Rashawn Bell. Christopher Butler. William Winston Butler III. Jeremy Carson. Wesley Cunningham. Eric Edwards. Marcella Ford. William Barron Guy, Jr. Natasha Beaufort Akosia Hemming. Taylor Lee Hutton. David Irvin. Tyler Randall Scott Jones. Blake Keithley. Siddharth Deepak Pundatrao. Elise Shin. Sierra Soto. Justin Talavera. Keegan Williams. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Business Administration, Chisholm Olachunkumar. Luke Goebel. Receiving the degree of Master of Science with a major in Business Administration and a Master of Business Administration with a major in General Business, Nathan Roden. Receiving the degree of Master of Science in Accounting, Allison Hartenstein. Paul Ives. Kathleen Walker.
We will now recognize the candidates receiving the baccalaureate degree in university programs and wind energy.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in University Studies, magna cum laude, Eric Carl Lance. Nicholas Grant Beard. Leslie Renee Bills. Kaylee Lynn Bynum. Juan Carlos Castillo. Brianna Nicole Connor. Taylor Jennings Cox. Altagracia Torres Duvall. Nicolina Marie Ferranti. Kyle Jacob Fields. Hayden Alexander Holmes. Wesley Daniel Karotkin. Tony Danette Krebs. Reed William Kruger, magna cum laude. Filiberto Marquez. Jeffrey Michael Meyer. Nicholas Daniel Meza. Jacob Paul Pacheco. Ever Antonio Prieto. Thomas William Ray. Carly Blaine Smith. Robert Michael Stewart. Kevin Eugene Thornton. Ryan Jeffrey Williams. Robert Scott Briscoe. David Wayne Foster Jr. Summer Brianne Johnson. John Cody Jolly. John Ryan Rushing. John Raymond Zachary III. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Wind Energy, Matthew Taylor Bishop. Timothy Wayne Gassaway II. Casey Brad Merritt. Zachary Bradford Winbush.
We will now recognize the candidates receiving the baccalaureate degree in the College of Visual and Performing Arts.
The banner bearer from the College of Visual and Performing Arts, graduating with a Bachelor of Music degree with a major in music, is Mark Austin Belding, cum laude. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in theater arts. Victoria Corinne Lawson. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree with a major in art. Ryan Matthew Bitzer. Beatrice Ferguson. Caitlin Yvonne McPherson. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies degree. Trevor Scott Ritchie.
We will now recognize candidates receiving the baccalaureate degree from the Jerry S. Rawls College of Business.
Banner bearer for the Rawls College of Business is Cedric E. Kudawar. He is graduating cum laude with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting and a Bachelor of Arts in Geography. The following are graduating with a major in International Business and Marketing: Madeline Hetler. The following are graduating with a major in Management and Marketing: Emily Marie Kim Koppel. Lydia Eileen Gibbons. Marlissa Michelle Gonzalez. Jack Thomas Jennings. Natalie Ann Kendrick. Ryan James Kuklinski. Cameron Lee Phillips. Kelsey Renee Shulock. The following are graduating with a major in accounting: Alexander Bryant Dunn. James Ray Fuller. Alfredo Galvan. Brittany Michelle Horton. Ray Juarez. Jennifer Caroline Keegan. Lyric Madeline Olavides. Chelsea Renee Sandoval. Michael Craig Sharp. The following are graduating with a major in Energy Commerce: Scott Lee Anderson. Shada Jasmine Danishvar. Brandy Jean Decker. Terrell William De Leon. Jacob Michael Freeman. Kevin Allen Kirk. The following are graduating with a major in finance: Bradley Cole Bader. Landon D. McCormack. Joshua David Neal. The following are graduating with a major in general business: Shelby Danielle Amon. David Michael Cole. Derek Ryan Praden. Travis Lance Tarleton. The following are graduating with a major in management: Brooke Nicole Brewington. Duck Hugh Can, graduating cum laude. Taylor J. Carlett. Allie Jean DeCoker. Panayutis Dimu. Maria Elizabeth Flores. Carter James Gerlach. Berenice Gonzalez. Haley Elaine Headland. Jared Brian Hill. Bailey B. Melton. Matthew Craig Mendenhall. Emma Nunley. Ashley Nicole Reyes, magna cum laude. Bradley Stephen Smith. J.C. Page Smith. Charles Hayes Spoolstra. Marissa Rochelle Vergadamo. The following are graduating with a major in Management Information Systems: Akimbobola Ifeolua Akimboro. Michael J. Gazuleus. Amy Lowengraf, cum laude. Kiana Mutra. The following are graduating with a major in marketing. Gabrielle Ann Aguirre. Rebecca J. Boehner. Caleb Andrew Cox. Ellen Elizabeth Eno. Arlissa L. Garrett. Bethany Lee Goff, magna cum laude. John Dancy Hager. George Harold Harries. Hayden Griffin Hester. Heather Marie Hoskins. Jennifer Rose Hutera. Travis Basim Aitani. Matthew Brian Job. Jacob Kyle Jones. Michael Travis Mabry. Patrick O'Connell Patterson. Harrison Braden Rose. Elliot Jackson Sewell. Brianna Nicole Sharp, cum laude. Tamuka Semango. Cade Carlton Skeet. Joseph Charles Skinner.
We will now recognize the candidates receiving the baccalaureate degree in the College of Engineering.
Banner bearer for the Edward E. Whitaker Jr. College of Engineering and receiving his Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Yui Wynn, graduating summa cum laude. The following are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Chemical Engineering, Eric A. Garza del Bosque. Tyler Nicholas Sontag. The following are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Civil Engineering, Jonathan Cole Hampton. The following are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Computer Science, Joy M. Gloria. Gregory Clark Harrison. Thomas Reed Horoff. Kendrick Aaron Williams. The following are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Norman Joseph Brewer. Kwang Hudo. Vincent Lawrence Dominic. Shannon Paul Feathers III. Jared Wade Ferguson. Andrew O. Jones. Andres L. Mireles, cum laude. Mislav Rak. Austin Warren Reed. Thomas Lee Rocha. Heath Winston Steele. The following are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Mechanical Engineering, Jesus Efren Cano. Brent Glenn Cook. Joshua Edward Falden. Tyler Garrett Hart. Robert Travis Hildebrand. Ross Allen Maynard. Jonathan Chibueze Mbike. Javier Ignacio Nunez. Ryan Kendall Richardson. James Dallas Sewell III. Muhammad K. Shahid. And receiving their baccalaureate degree in petroleum engineering and in math, Tin Than Nguyen.
We will now recognize the candidates receiving the baccalaureate degree in the College of Human Sciences.
The banner bearer from the College of Human Sciences is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in apparel design and manufacturing. Elaine Elise Morton, magna cum laude. The banner bearer for the Honors College, graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in apparel design and manufacturing, is Taylor May Dawson, summa cum laude. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in apparel design and manufacturing. Brittany Lynn Armstrong. Tabitha Cecile Carrasco. Ellen Maria Chancellor. Emily Lynn Charlton, magna cum laude, also receiving a Bachelor of General Studies in Visual and Performing Arts. Allison Renee Gilliland, also receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration in International Business. Lisa Lynn Hahn. Valencia Cecile Jackson. Lindsay Noel Sanchez. Cheyenne Nicole Ureta. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Community, Family, and Addiction Services. Stuart Gilchrist Beeson. Stacy Cassandra Chavez. Emily Marie Hamilton. Maisie Renee Hernandez. John Norman Lassiter. Latrice Chanel Vance, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Community Family Addiction Services. Kayla Joy Wang. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Early Childhood. April Craig. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Family Consumer Sciences. Jacqueline Coates. Haley Danielle Jackson. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Human Development and Family Studies. Samantha Catherine Abernathy. Caitlin Janae Bush. Vanessa Renee Castillo. Stephanie Blair Chadwick. Aaron Kyle Chapman, cum laude. Sylvia Giovanna Garcia. Ashley Marie Gonzalez. Marcella Nicole Ingram. Molly Ann Johnson. Jensen Alexa Jones. Kendall Kenjeser. Haley Elizabeth Corin. Sarah Elizabeth Massey. Jessica Sienna Messer. Kayla Renee Mosley. Giselle Marie Navarrete. Alyssa Ashley Nelson. Megan Catherine Palladino, cum laude. Heather Brianna Parker. J.C. Danae Poole. Chandler Presnell. Amanda Cecile Silva. Emily Carol Turney. Brittany Lynn Turlington. Whitley Creevisi. Brian Okuku, Bachelor of Science in University Studies. Rachel Michelle Pelleter, Bachelor of Science in University Studies. Sierra Caprice White, Human Development and Family Studies. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Human Sciences. Mackenzie Brooke Archer. Elise Nicole Busby. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in University Studies, Joe Saldana Tijera. Brianna Godlewski. Emily Taylor Province. Casey Renee Hale, cum laude. Angela Clarabella Luna. Michelle Marie Melrose. Rebecca Gabrielle Nickens. Christopher James Ramirez. Taylor Elizabeth Reddington. Casey Renee Schwenk. Shanice Marguerite Stewart. Saran Warren. Sheldon Thomas Webster. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Nutritional Sciences and Dietetics. Cynthia Enriquez. Connolly Rebecca Rushing. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Nutrition. Odessa Aaron Apple. Rachel Lauren Kaufman. Catherine Page Green. Avril McGehee. Stephen P. Rajhat. Megan Elaine Fulcher. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Restaurant, Hotel, and Institutional Management. Katie Lauren Augustus. Brandon Trent Barda. Alyssa Camille Brown. Kennedy Jean Clark. Taylor Alexandria Erpillo. Taylor Marie Maxey. Kelsey Caitlin Moynihan. Rachel Lauren Munoz, cum laude. Scott Robert Posel. John Cody Sellers. William D. Brent Shaver. Daniel C. Wade. Kelsey Anna Ward. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in Retail Management. Briandria Adevereaux. Elizabeth Lane Baldcock. Catherine Marie Byrne. Montrell Dummon Cartwright. Brian Jacob Field. Ijanma Ihama. Haley Elizabeth Martin. Sydney Michelle Montgomery. The following students are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Interior Design. Jessica Renee Atwood. Stephanie Renee Garza. Jordan Leanne King.
Let's give our graduates another round of applause. Congratulations.
The undergraduate students ranking highest academically on the basis of completed records in each of the 4 colleges and the 2 programs will now be recognized. As I call your names, please stand and remain standing until all names have been read. From university programs, Eric Lance. Wind Energy, Casey Merritt. College of Visual and Performing Arts, Emily Charlton. From the College of Business Administration, Ashley Rees. From the Whitaker College of Engineering, Yui Ween. The College of Human Sciences, Taylor Dawson. Please join me in applauding the achievements of these honored graduates. The Alumni Association extends congratulations to each of the summer 2015 graduates. The association is particularly pleased to honor the highest-ranking students in each of the colleges. Plaques from the association will be mailed to each of these students. All graduates are encouraged to maintain contact with Texas Tech University through your Alumni Association. We will now recognize a graduate receiving her military commission. Being commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army is Emily Koppel. Congratulations to this commissioned officer, and thank you. We also want to recognize those students receiving teacher certification along with their degree. Will every student from every college who is receiving a teaching certificate please rise? Congratulations to these future teachers. Thank you.
We have now come to the concluding moments of this commencement ceremony, but please allow me a few more words before the end. Graduates, congratulations on a job very well done. Let me assure you that the entire Texas Tech University community is proud of your achievements, as are your parents, family, loved ones, and friends who are sharing this day with you. As much as graduation is about you, the graduate, it's also about the people who helped you get to this moment. Your education has not been a solitary endeavor. This is not a journey you have taken alone. Your families and friends have been there for you. And I'd like to ask members of the graduates' families and friends to please rise so we can thank them for their support. Graduates, let's thank our families that are here today. Please rise, family members. Thank you. You may be seated. During your time here at Texas Tech, the faculty have done more than share their knowledge of the subject matter. They provided tools you'll need for success in your future. Some have inspired you, and many have become your friends, and we all take pride in your success. We have an outstanding faculty at Texas Tech University, and I'd like members of the faculty of Texas Tech University to rise, and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, and you may be seated. To Chancellor Duncan and each member of the Texas Tech Board of Regents, thank you for your vision and your guidance. Graduates, your departure from this arena today is another reminder that change is inevitable. But by the virtue of your experience here at Texas Tech, you've established friendships that will last a lifetime. These relationships are a source of stability and fulfillment. Nurture those friendships and hold close to your connections to Texas Tech University. You and this university will be better for it. Texas Tech University will always be your home. Return to campus when you can. Speak well of your alma mater and tell the world with pride that you're a Red Raider. To the class of August 2015, my heartfelt congratulations to all of you. Best wishes for your success, and guns up! And now, our alma mater will be led by Miss Amy Moss, who just received her master's degree in music education. The words are located on the back cover of your program and also on the big screen here in the arena. Everyone, please rise as we sing the Matador song.
Bell,
parents and guests of our graduates, please be seated for the recessional. After the recessional, graduates will meet their families and friends outside at the north end of the arena. Thank you again for participating in this, the August 2015 commencement for Texas Tech University. And again, guns up!